welcome back to my channel. I am Kristen, and last year I did a video sharing kind of a recap of our homeschool year, like some things that worked really well and some things that I would like to change. And I got a lot of good feedback from that. I know it's really helpful for me to hear from other moms what worked, what didn't. So today's just going to be kind of a chatty video to share some things that I'm really glad that we did this last school year and some things that I would like to change. So I'm just going to talk to you as if you were sitting here. Obviously I would let you talk to if you were here, but kind of a chatty style video. I've got my Starbucks. Kids are downstairs. Hopefully you can't hear them. Okay, so we'll start with last year I talked about math. I asked you guys for recommendations for math. We did end up sticking with Math UC for our older two kids, and it worked really well. Math is like not my forte. So I am looking at, once we finish this next level with them, moving them over to teaching textbooks. So if you have any experience with teaching textbooks, I'd love to hear about it down in the comments below. But it went well. For our youngest, we did Math UC, and it's very parent intensive. Like, it's a lot of hands-on for the parents. There's a lot of little pieces, but it is very thorough, and she really enjoyed it. So I think we'll stick with that for our youngest. I also mentioned written narration last year and how we were for sure going to keep incorporating that because of how much it had helped us in so many areas. However, I realized after starting our school year that everything that the written narration does is covered in the Good and the Beautiful language arts curriculum. So I just didn't feel it was necessary, even though it doesn't take much time every day. It just didn't seem necessary, so we didn't end up actually doing that. I do still think it's a great skill to teach kids and have them do, but the Good and the Beautiful kind of does it for you. It covers all the same things and more. We did another thing I mentioned we really loved last year was the Good and the Beautiful language arts curriculum. We did do that again this year. Awesome curriculum. I think I'm going to do a separate short video just sharing our experience with it. I've also gotten some questions about how we as a Christian family feel about using it. So maybe I'll probably do a separate short little video about that. But love the language arts. It's been a godsend to our family. What else? I said I wanted to do more field trips. We did do more field trips. We started off kind of strong, and then obviously this past year, it's July of 2020 right now, so in our current season we're obviously not doing too many field trips. I did find a farm near us for berry picking, and we've done that 3 times this summer already. So there is still stuff to do. I'm just gonna have to get a little bit more creative with what, because it's like 100 degrees in Texas right now. It's getting a little too hot to be outside doing that type of thing. For me, there are still people that do stuff outside. It's just getting a little hot for me. So I'm gonna have to get creative with what type of field trips we can do. Okay, I wanted to talk about homeschool groups because I kind of made a big deal about this in my last video, and I'm going to be try to be really careful and honoring with the way that I say it, and I'm really only sharing it for one reason, and that is because I feel like there's a lot of other homeschool moms that find themselves in the place that I am right now, and I want you to know that you're not alone. I think homeschooling can feel lonely. It can feel lonely when you see other people doing things together and you don't have your tribe. So I shared about finding our tribe, finding this awesome homeschool group, and it really was awesome. I am so thankful for it. I genuinely, with all of my heart, am very thankful for it. I'm very thankful for that season. It ended up, I feel like we were treated a little bit poorly and do not feel welcome in that group any longer. So we are no longer a part of it or any homeschool group, and at this point I'm just kind of like, I don't know if I have it in me to go try another one. We probably will, because that's life. You got to get up and get out there again. But I don't know. I think I'll be cautious of a group that is pretty much solely run by one person. That's where we are right now. And like I said, I just wanted to share because I know that a lot of other people find themselves in a similar situation. And I think it's really common, even though it can feel like you're the only one not part of something when you're on social media, or, you know, you're seeing all your friends do these things. I think it is still common. And I know what it's like now to be the one not invited or not welcome to that stuff. So that being said, I always believe in leaving the door open for reconciliation. I feel like that is the way God wants it to be. And I am very thankful for our season that we had. I think going forward, obviously this season looks a little different for everyone right now, but going forward, we're going to be focusing more on intentionally planning time to do things with friends. My daughter's standing over here off to the side. Just a minute. Okay, so that's kind of a recap of last year. Oh, something else I said in the last video is that I wanted to be better at like sticking with a routine. I feel like we've done a pretty good job of consistently sticking with at least our morning time routine. So at least we would gather together in the morning after the kids do their chores, and we would do Bible and some history or science or reading or whatever we were doing together. And then after that, it's kind of not always in the same order, but I feel like we were pretty consistent with morning time, which I'm really pleased with. Don't you think, honey? Mm-hmm. Yeah, she mentioned, my oldest daughter mentioned, we've been really good about being consistent. I was like, I know, right? So it helps all of us when there's a little bit of consistency. I mentioned last video, schedule, like a set time does not work well for us, but a routine, like the same order of things, is very, very helpful. And I feel like that did improve. Something that I don't know that I mentioned in the last video, but I do, I want to include because it's been such a gift to our family, is reading out loud together, where we gather and we sit and we read a book just for fun, like a chapter book. We read through the Little House books. We read through all of them. I don't think I'd read all of them before. And then we decided we wanted some adventure, so we checked out the Green Ember books, and we actually ordered that right at the beginning of this period that we're all staying at home in, and we loved them. We finished the first one in like 3 days, finished the series. It's one of those that'll make you laugh and make you cry and inspire you, and I think all of my kids are going to have it on their bookshelf when they grow up. So reading aloud together has been something that's been really precious to our family. My family read a lot together growing up. My dad would read us books, like we'd have family night and popcorn and get blankets out, and he'd read to us, or we'd read around a campfire. So that's part of what I feel is like my family legacy that I want to carry on. But also I read the book Mere Motherhood, and she talked about more of the why, like she was talking about reading to her kids, and she shared more of the why, like what it does when you read together. And I know I have good memories reading as a family, but she shared more like, for example, it's a way that you put down roots together so that when your kids go off and leave home, which I can't even think about, because my oldest, when they leave home, you've got these common roots. When they go out, you know, life on their own, you've got these common roots. You've been places together. You've had all of these experiences together through reading, and it's just one way that you can do that I really love, and we're definitely going to keep doing that in the next school year. That's just kind of part of lifestyle, but homeschool is kind of lifestyle. So we're in Narnia right now. And then as far as moving forward, I'm still thinking about transitioning math. I'm really, really pleased with where we are with language arts, history, science, all of that stuff. I don't know that I would change much of it. I might, like, as the summer goes on, I might sit down and realize some more things that I want to change or include, but as of right now, that's about it. So I would love to hear if you would feel like sharing down in the comments below what is something or some things that you did last year that you're really glad you did and that worked really well for you? Or what are some things that you would change going into the next school year? I love asking homeschool moms this. I love asking like veteran homeschool moms who have kids my age, like, what are you really glad you did, or what would you change? Because I feel like I learn so much. So comment below if you like videos like this. Give this one a thumbs up. I'll see you guys next time.